Unfortunately, we went to roll. We rolled bearings in it. Checked the thrust play, still 15 thousandths. Got to looking at it a little closer, and it was pushing so hard against the thrust that it wore the thrust bearing down so far that it started getting into the crank. Cut about 12 or 13 thousandths out of the crank also. Like a pro mod.
Pro modular.
Like we know what we're doing here. So, motor has to come out of my car. I think we could send it out to a couple companies and have the crank repaired, and then put it back in the car. But unfortunately for now, 427's coming out of my car to get the crank fixed. Gonna pull the motor out, and then we have a couple ideas on what to do so we can go racing next weekend, but not 100% sure about that just yet. So we'll get to pull the motor and talk about that here after a while. Well, as you can see, motor's out of it. We'll dig into this in another video, probably pulling the crankshaft and everything out of it. Luckily, this is the motor that came out of my car a couple years ago. We were going to put this in Peyton's S10, right over there, but we haven't got to that point yet. So I'm going to put it back in my car for this coming weekend. We're going to run this motor until this one right here gets fixed. This is just a stock block, 6-liter, trick flow heads, forged crank and rods and pistons, but I think it's like all budget stuff. It ran good in my car before, but it's definitely not a Dart 427. So probably have to turn it down a little bit. Probably won't run as good as it was with that motor, but at least we'll be racing. So we're going to get everything swapped over and get this back in the car. And as soon as we get the transmission situation figured out, we'll be ready to go racing. My car is on the lift. We had a problem, I think you saw in the last clip, we had a problem with the 427 that was in it. The thrust bearing got pushed out by the transmission, hurt the crankshaft. So we put my stock block 365 in it and gonna run it for this weekend. Jack brought his transmission to me. You can see it on the ground. Jack brought his transmission to me. We were gonna put it in the car, hoping we wouldn't have issues. Jack's transmission was also broken. So thanks, Jack, appreciate that a lot. So I got it tore apart. It broke a bolt off in the planetary. On it, so Amber is on her way now with the planetary out of my transmission, which is in Amarillo. I'm gonna swap my planetary in his case, valve body and everything, and then put that in the car. I forgot to talk about it when I was filming for this video. We made a bar angle change on Dad's car. We went from separating the rear of the car to squatting the rear of the car, and it seemed to help a lot. This right here is going to be the first pass with the new squatting setup in the rear suspension, and he made one test hit and decided he didn't need to make another one. So here's his test hit. Been a busy day. Haven't filmed a whole lot. We're in the stage lanes now to run big tire. I got Brody Blackwell, third pair in big tire. I'm right lane. Dad drew Jeffrey Tidmore, second pair. He's also right lane. And then I don't know who we got for small tire. They had us go get our cars for big tire. Amber drew for me for small tire. So motor's not running as good as the 427. We're struggling with power management and get the tune-up right, get the motor happy. So hopefully we can pull off a first round win and let's see what we can do. But it's been hot all day. Track was terrible. Rain cloud came in, kind of cooled it off a little bit, so that's nice. But like I said, we're about to suit up for round one big tire, and I'll catch up with you after that. Unfortunately, the fuel pump came off of Dad's car before first round of big tire. We're sitting in the staging lanes, and he went to fire the car up, no fuel pressure. Started looking at it, the bolts had backed out of the fuel pump. It's bolted to the cam drive. Bolts had backed out of the fuel pump fell off. Wasn't able to make big tire round one. Jeffrey Tidmore, the guy who was racing, gave him enough time to try to find the bolts to fix it in the staging lanes. We just couldn't find the bolts in time. Unfortunately. So first round big tire loser with all three cars, right?
Dad crossed he crossed the stripe, he crossed the center of the lanes right before the 8th mile.
Yep.
And took out the 8th mile mile-an-hour cones, so he lost by default.
So first round loser with all three cars in big tire. We sucked. We lost first round of big tire. I can't drive, about wrecked my car. He doesn't know how to tighten bolts. His cam, his fuel pump that's ran off the cam fell off the motor. Got it fixed for small tire. We won first round of small tire, both of us did. How was your first round small tire pass?
It was fast. I had a fast car to race against. Dale Lester's no joke.
For sure, definitely.
But it made a clean A to B pass and went right down through there.
We switched this car over from separating in the rear to squatting in the rear. Seems to have liked it. It's running really, really good. The track is tricky. My car is not running very good today. and his is going right down, running very fast. So it's obviously not the track, it's obviously my car. So
Maybe it's your tuner.
yeah, I don't know what it is. Probably is him. But we drew chips for second round small tire. I think they're running through the other classes real quick. We'll be up there soon. So here we go. Well, we just ran second round of small tire. There's Dad. There's my car. He won. He had a bye. Competition bye?
Yeah, the guy was broke.
Yeah. Competition bye. I raced, I don't know the guy's names. Palmer, John Palmer, Chris Palmer. Marlboro Man, Mustang. I don't know what happened. Mine is not acting right. It like hit a brick wall and wouldn't accelerate, whatever. I think Richie won. He's back there somewhere. I'm pretty sure he won. Brian Tugger had also won. So that's 4 cars in the small tire going to the semifinals. Hopefully we can avoid each other because I cannot outrun him. So hopefully we can avoid each other. He'll split like 60-40 in my favor, and then we'll be good. So here we go. Well, we just ran the semifinals. Brian, unfortunately, he's in the finals of True Street. He said he couldn't make the pass. He just gave Dad a comp by. Richie jumped. Unfortunately, I didn't want to win like that. He jumped. So, and then I heard this guy right here just made a killer pass. How was it?
Fast.
Bad. I'm definitely guessing on you. I'm going to guess, probably go red. Still going to drive around me, I imagine. So, but we're going to get the cars turned around and we'll go up there for a final round here shortly. I guess Jack's better advice. I loosened the front end up, asked him to turn the wheelie control off.
Still going to get beat by Dad.
He loosened it up. He's nervous for me. I can't outrun him. I'd rather do something cool than just get gapped. He thinks I'm an idiot. Out there. So, here we go. I'm definitely guessing on you. forgot to film an intro at the track. As you can see, still can't outrun my dad. Did everything I could. Told him I was going to guess on him. Guessed on him, nailed the tree. And he clipped me at the end by half a car. I could see him in the car driving up on me, and then he'd back up. And then he'd drive up on me, and he'd back up. And he drove up past me at the very last second. Apparently, he was about to crash. He almost hit the wall, all that stuff, but still was able to drive around my slow car. We're going to Hobbs next weekend. In the next video, you'll see we went to Hobbs the following weekend. I put my car on the dyno, made a couple changes, and then went to Hobbs, and that'll all be in the next video or whatever. But super excited for that one. If y'all don't mind, please comment, like, share, and definitely subscribe for sure to all three of our social medias: YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Amber's doing a good job on the TikTok stuff. But anyway, like I said, thanks for watching the video, and I will see you next weekend in Hobbs.